My name is Ugwumba Uche Nwosu. We'll move ahead. The last one is corruption. You hear a lot of things happening. Sometimes they chase after Boko Haram. You hear that there are information or there are money given to fight insurgency, and the money is diverted and such kind of a thing. So part of the problem is that the right thing is not done. You move this money. If you don't follow it, when the money leaves Ministry of Finance, before the money gets to Nyanya, the money has developed legs. By the time the money gets to Nasarawa, it has wings. By the time it gets to Akwanga, the money has disappeared into the sky. So we also have to tackle the issue of corruption. Once it's been tackled, these issues have been tackled, believe me, you see this issue of restiveness in this country will reduce. But unemployment should be the first. Yeah, the issue of could it be our turn, the young people coming up to say this is their turn, since we are not taking care of them, our fathers are not taking care of them, that this is their turn to take it by force. You can't take it by force. I remember vividly one statement the president made, President Muhammad Buhari. He said, in fact, not only making statement, he even passed a bill not too young to run. Everything has been given to us. The age limit for House of Assembly is not the same thing that we used to have before. The age limit for to be a governor now is not the same thing we used to have before, 40, 60 and above. So the man has reduced the age limit and has passed a bill, not too young to run. Why are we still wasting time? We'll go on the street, you have them get their phone, keep typing and pressing and abusing leaders. Meanwhile, you have your PVC, you can organize yourself and bring out who you want to bring and vote the person in. So why are we wasting time? The environment, the atmosphere is enough, is okay, everything has been cleared for the young people to occupy position as they like. The chairman of EFCC is a young man. So many people are in government today are young people. It is time for us to come together. Since the president has passed that bill, and since the president also said he believes in the young people, he has made this statement several times. What are we doing? Should we sit at home every day? We'll keep complaining. President Muhammad Buhari did this governor did this person did this person did the other thing. What have we done to push ourselves forward and to take our rightful position through our ballot papers? We have more than enough young quality leaders in this country. The problem is that we ourselves, the young people, we don't believe in ourselves. We believe that everything, we still look up our parents that are up to 70 and 80 and 60 above. We have not believed that we can do it. The day we believe and know that we can do it, that day will be the day that will change our destiny for better. You know, when people think that during the era of Yakubu Gowon, at the age of 31, 32, he became a head of state. Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, at the age of 33, is already a governor general of the Southeast, and so many of them. Look at people like, even of recent, people like Ojos Okalo, they became governor at the age of 30-something. People like Donadu became governor at the age of 30-something. People like Samuel Turaki became governor at the age of 30-something. So what are we waiting? Are we still waiting for our father to say, okay, go, we go, stay, we stay, move, we move? It depends on us. For me, leadership is not only when you are at the age of 40 or 60 that you know you can lead. Leadership starts from your primary, secondary, and the university. Once you're able to pass through that wall of education, and once you're able to know the right and the wrong, you're a leader. And leaders are not written on the face. Leaders are made inside. The earlier we, the young people, know that we are leaders, the better for us, and the better we take our rightful position. So the issue of do we still have leaders among the young people who can occupy political position in this country, for me, is 100 over 100. We have so many of them. But we need to come out to tell our parents. You know, if you don't tell your parents that you are grown, they won't know that you are already okay for you to marry. Because if you start behaving like a child, they will start seeing you as a child. But the day you tell your dad or your mom, Dad, Mom, I think I need to go and get my own house and live and get married. That's the day they will raise your hand up and say, yeah, this is my son or this is my daughter. But once we still believe every morning, Daddy, how do I do this? Daddy, where do I get fuel? Daddy, where do I get a mechanic? Meanwhile, you know where to get a mechanic. Meanwhile, you know that there are filling stations along the road. So it's our own problem. We can't blame our leaders again. We are running a democratic government, and we're a democratic nation. So we don't have to wait until everything is being done. If we want to take over, we can take over, but we should also get prepared and use our cards, our election cards to get ourselves into different government positions. Actually, what led to the establishment of this Ugwumba Center for Leadership Development in Africa is because of what I passed through as a young man. Having grew up from a parents and a very poor a family that it was difficult for us sometimes to eat, and looking at my background and looking at where I am today, I decided on my own that there are so many young people out there that either because of their background or because there is nobody to mentor them or they don't have a role model, they will not come up to do what they want to do in life. It started since 2012, and we've been able to have made more progress. We have impacted in the lives of over 5,000 young people. The center actually, we bring in new leaders and also new entrepreneurs with their businesses. We've been able to have made so many young people who have their smaller businesses now. Like I told you earlier on, that in life there is an address A and there is an address B. Most of the graduates you see today, not that they actually don't know what to do or that they are lazy, but because they don't have mentor. For me, mentorship is very key. A young man who is on the streets walking up and down and nobody to talk to is as dangerous as a man in the forest doing kidnapping. Because once you have a mentor, you will know the right way to go. For us in our leadership center, we mentor them, we educate them, we direct them on the way to go, and at the end of the day, we bring in new leaders. Some of them who we think that we can help also, we also empower them with a little cash. And some of them, so many of them have their businesses now. And not that because you are an accountant, because you don't have a job, you want us to go and get a job for you. No, we don't get a job for you. What we do is that you're an accountant. Can you do something like a small farming? Do you want to do poultry? Do you want to do fishing? Do you want to do barber salon? What do you want to do? You tell us. We educate you, mentor you, train you. There is one young boy that started with around 200 chicks. The boy is doing very well. He has up to 4,000 now, and he's doing very, very well. The same thing with so many of them that went into fishing. So the program we do is actually trying to reduce the number of unemployment among the youth in Nigeria and in Africa. We've been able also to train thousands of them in leadership courses. Currently, we have 112 through our partners that are undergoing training in the United States. It's a Zoom online training. And they paid for it, $230,000. This is our own contribution. The last one was the one they had 47 of them. They also had leadership training from a university in UK. What we do is to make sure that we bring them out from the street and impact into them a knowledge that is different from whatever they read in school that will help them in life. The same thing we do for women too. The Leadership Center, as far as we are concerned, is our own smaller way of also helping government in reducing youth unemployment in the society. And we have done our little best, and by the special grace of God, we are still doing more. For me, I see. Let me take you back when I was in secondary school in Borno State. When I was in, let me start from my primary school. When I was in Sheikh Usanda Academy Primary School, Meduguri, to my school, government secondary school, Gubio in Meduguri. I remember those days that if I'm going back to school, there is this vehicle they call a Kurekura. It looks like a Toyota Hilux. We'll just jump at the back. And the vehicle will take us almost 1,000 kilometers. It will take us from the back, from Meduguri to Gubio, and they will not collect money from. Once you say you're a student, the driver will say, Jeka Abunka, just go your thing. I will stop. I remember those days that I had a friend called Abdurrahman Zubairu. Abdurrahman will go to the mosque, and I will come, and I will wait for Abdurrahman outside the mosque. After his prayers, we'll go our thing. On Sundays, if I'm inside the school chapel, Abdurrahman will wait for me outside. He doesn't mind. To him, the number of hours he wait outside waiting for me, he doesn't care about it, and he wait for me. And after the service, two of us will leave. There is nobody knows whether you're a Muslim or you're a Christian. All we know is that we are one in this country. That is the Nigeria I want us to remember, and I want us to go back to. I remember those days that even in secondary schools, foods were free. I remember where we lived in Meduguri, Gambolungara Road, because the weather is always very hot. In the night, my parents would sleep outside under the dogoyaro tree. We sleep outside with our mouth outside. Our doors are open. And in the morning, we wake up and go back inside. Nobody comes in to steal anything. That is the country we want to go back to. We want a Nigeria that an Igbo man is not threatened where he lives in the north. An Hausa Fulani man is not being threatened where he lives in the southeast. A Yoruba man is not being threatened where he lives in the north. An Hausa Fulani man is not being threatened where he lives in Lagos or in the southwest. That's the country. That's the Nigeria we need now. We need a Nigeria where, when there is issue of employment, I cannot tell you because you're an Igbo man, let me take you first before an Hausa man. We need a country where before you give somebody a job in the government, you look at the person's qualification. It does not matter whether you are my blood brother. If you are not qualified, I will not give you that job. Even though you are qualified and you are from the southwest, you're a Yoruba man, I prefer to take you. That is the country we need now. We need a Nigeria that if you are a civil servant and I come to your office to make an inquiry, I need not to give you a tip before you tell me what is happening in the office or locate my file for me. That is the country we need. We need a Nigeria where you are in Lagos. You don't know your route. You are not scared of asking somebody passing by, please, how can I get to this street? Before, if you travel and you are in a place and you cannot locate a street where you are going, somebody will tell you, oh, don't worry, I will take you there. I'd be surprised that this person will even take you to the doorstep of where you are going. Everybody knows each other. A Nigeria where you finish your school and the job is waiting for you. Not a Nigeria where you finish your school and then somebody who is not qualified to head a place takes over the office. Meanwhile, the person that is qualified is waiting. So that is the country we need now. So for me, I know that things will get better in this country. These challenges going on now will at a time go down because I believe that there is hand of God in this country.